We're going to jump down to slide number 21, and that's what we're looking at today. And we're going to start with pop quizzes. So let's talk about pop quizzes a little bit. I have several things going on here. I'm going to be using my Chromebook, my phone, another screen, a couple of apps. So it's going to be a little crazy kind of to follow, but I want to go through the notes just a little bit first, kind of give you a feel of what's going on because there are a lot of moving parts to this. So this is kind of what the teacher does on their end. And with a pop quiz, I suggest that you go ahead and make that first before, you know, we kind of get that feel for doing a pop quiz on the fly. I know back in the old days when my teacher said, you're having a pop quiz, it's like, oh my goodness, we didn't study or anything. This for me is more like an exit slip or maybe just a summative or formative feel to see how your kids are doing, okay? I wouldn't use this as a quiz that you want to take grades on and all that. That's better suited for like Google Forms or using Canvas quiz or something like that. You know, even Kahoot is more organized than what I think this is, okay? And those are all great things. They have their place, and this has their place too. Remember, all of this is inside the MyViewBoard environment, so that's a huge plus in my book that we're not switching in and out of things. So this is what the teacher will do on their end. I'm going to try to remember all those steps. And this is what the student will do on their end, okay? And I'm going to walk you through that on my phone. And I'm also going to show you on the laptop or a Chromebook or whatever else that you have, even a second screen if you don't have a phone with you, how you can participate in this, okay? All right, now after you take the quiz or while you're taking it, your phone may look something like this. There's a place where you can type out letters, there's an eraser, there's a undo and redo buttons. There's a garbage can to trash whatever you've done. But also, it can do an AI feature, and we talked about that a little bit last time, artificial intelligence, where whatever you're drawing, it tries to figure out what that is, and then you can use a piece of clip art that they have for you if you want to use that instead of what you've drawn. Huh. For me, that's a huge plus because I always want to do that. All right, then we'll talk about polls and quizzes. This is a little bit different than what you've seen before, I think, in some things. I think it's pretty powerful, and I like it because you can kind of, you give them choices. I mean, they can't really, like if you have a group of kids that you're not sure what they're going to draw, right, when they're turning something in, poll and quizzes may be a better suit for you because you're limiting the choices that they have. It's more of a radio button that they have. Or it may be like a name or something associated with that, okay? So we'll talk about that in just a moment too. All right, let's see, one more thing here before we move on. All right, now on the polls and quizzes, this is what you'll see as a teacher, and this is what it'll look like for the student on the phone, okay? So here I'm asking a question about which US president was first to be born in hospital. And then they have these choices right here in real time. You have a timer that you can set, okay? And there's a play button that starts the timer, kind of like what we've seen with maybe a Pear Deck and a few older products where they have like a timer, then a stop button. And then this right here will show you the results. Okay, we'll go over those in just a moment too. All right, now we'll talk about display later on. So let's go ahead and look at my phone because I want to share that with you. I have downloaded the companion app to my phone, and I'm going to unshare this screen. And I'm going to share my phone instead. All right, so this is a little bit distracting here, so I'll take that out of the background here. So this is my phone. So I have the companion app right here, if you see that. And I'm going to open that up. And a couple things here with the companion app. This is what the students can download on their phone as well. Remember throw, we used that before to throw pictures, okay? Throw is also how you answer and submit answers to a poll or a quiz or a pop quiz, okay? And then the QR code right here, This is what I use to log into my whiteboard. So when I open up the whiteboard app on my computer, there's a place for me to sign in. I just click on that and I can open it up here. And it's just looking for a QR code to scan, which is really kind of crazy in this look. But that's an easy way to log into your IFP if you have the whiteboard software on it, or to log onto your computer like I do, and then I don't have to type my name and all that stuff. Just really easy to grab my phone and do that. All right, the next button is a laser pointer. And can you see that laser pointer on my screen? I think you probably can. If you could just kind of use the chat and tell me yes or no. This is a laser pointer that you can use at any time. You don't have to have the MyViewBoard software open. I can point around to any place on my screen right here. And maybe you can't see that right now because I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I think it's because I'm sharing my phone right now, but I'll show it to you in just a minute. Make sure you see it then. Okay, and then also down here are the two back and forth buttons that you have. And that is how you can advance your slide and go back in your slide deck that you have for the whiteboard, you know, that smart notebook feature that it has, okay, where you can record or you can save each slide of your MyViewBoard software that you're doing. And I'll show that to you in a minute too. All right, now next, I'm not real sure what this does yet. I haven't figured it out. So as I said before, I'm still learning and so forth, but mainly the things that I use are going to be what the kids would use and you'll use in just a minute: the throw, the pop quiz, the poll quiz, and so forth. Okay, and I like the, how you can use this as a whiteboard control remote. That's really nice too. So if you're in the back of the room and you're showing like a slide deck on your whiteboard, then you can actually just kind of use these buttons to advance it forward and backwards. Okay, so let's get out of that. So in just a moment, I hope you have your companion app if you have it. And if you don't, I'm going to show you another alternative, so that's okay. So I'm going to stop sharing here. All right, I want to open up my whiteboard. And let's go back a little bit. So I have some pages in here that I've already loaded just for us to try out. And you can see those pages right here. Here's my blank page that I'm on right now. And I have a couple questions here so that we can try out the pop quiz. So let's try that out. So here's the question, and this is on the teacher end. Okay, who is our first U.S. president? We have some answers here. And what I'm going to do as a teacher, I'm going to go right here to the magic box. And I'm going to click on Pop Quiz. And right here, I have one person who's already responded, and that was me earlier when I was trying this out. So what you're going to do is you're going to get on your phone or get on, I think in the myviewboard.com. I think we'll try that too. Let's see if it works here. Let's see, let's put our name in. My name is Jerry. And my host viewboard name. Okay, remember where that is. It's right here, Jerry Broyles, whatever that name is. I'm going to type that in. So it's Jerry Broyles. Okay. And then, let's see. Upload. Well, maybe that's not it. I'm going to have to play with that a little bit more and get back with you, I think. So let's try this quiz out, though. If you can, on your phone, maybe it's a little bit different on a Chromebook, and that's why I'm confused. Click on Pop Quiz on your phone after you've clicked on the companion app. And here, you can draw the letter that you think the answer is to this question. And so I'm going to do it on mine. And so I'm going to draw it out. And I think the answer is this. And then there's an arrow in the top right-hand corner. I'm sorry, an airplane. Click on the airplane. It'll ask you for a host name, and that host name is Jerry Broyles, all one word. And then click on the airplane again, and then it should be throwing it to my pop quiz here. And there it popped up. So hopefully y'all can see that. So again, on your phone, if you install the app, click on the companion app. Click on Pop Quiz. And then with your finger, you can just draw the answer that you want. And then hit the airplane to send the response. See if anybody, were you able to download it? Mine is taking a while to load the question.
Yeah, I downloaded it on my phone. It's asking for host name. Do I just type your name in?
Yeah, just type in Jerry Broyles. And hopefully that will get you there.
Jerry, it's Robin. I've typed in Jerry Broyles, but it's saying host name does not exist.
I wonder if you have to type in capital J, capital B.
I did that.
Okay.
Can you put up the QR code again? Maybe I can try that.
Yeah, if you want to scan it there, how about that? See if that works.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, good.
Okay, so mine's now saying throw files to the whiteboard. Is that what I'm wanting?
Did you click on Pop Quiz?
There we go. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Great. All right. So a couple things here, just kind of like classroom management. If you're not sure how your kids are going to do with this, you could always take this off screen and check the answers before you show them to the students. Or maybe it's just a way for you to look at the answers. It really depends on what you want to do here. We, of course, don't want to embarrass any students, but if we want to show, what we know, or maybe it's a question that would make sense to show everybody in class, then you can do that. So I can go through here and click on the answers, and I can turn them off as I go. That one's a blank, it looks like. So Michael said D, Stephanie said D, Robin said D. Yeah, okay, perfect. So that's how a pop quiz works. I didn't want to have to get back on the Chromebook because I think it works on the Chromebook too. Looks like Lee is with us. Perfect. So we all got the right answer today. All right, great. So let's try another one. Now, if you're doing a pop quiz without having this preparation of where you've typed in the question at first, Star Library, it still shows a blank there. So I don't know, maybe I think everybody else is using their finger to just kind of type a letter out. I'm not sure what the issue is there. So,
should I just be getting waiting for a question? Because that's what I got with the last one that you asked. Just give me the little spinning, like star.
There shouldn't be a wait, I don't think. I think all you're going to do is press on the pop quiz, type in your answer, and then press the airplane to send it. And you have to send it again. You have to press the airplane twice, I think.
I'm back to the host name screen, so let me try again.
Okay. So if you wanted to, you could just go right here and you could create your own question here. You can erase it. This is something I was just trying earlier. Okay, and you can draw out that question if you want. You can type it out with your mouse, which is not great. Again, this is great on an IFP because you're right there with your finger. It's big as life. It's a little bit easier to type. But if you didn't want to do it that way, and I didn't on this one, I just made sure that I didn't show the question. Okay, I just had this as my question. You could also verbally ask the question. Okay, you don't have to type it out. You could just say, what is the first square root or something of, or you can say, what is the square root of 4 or something. Just have them type it out or answer it real quick on their phone. So let's see if that worked, Deborah. Yeah, that worked. Very good. So everybody got that right. Perfect. All right, let's try another one here. And I'm just going to advance my slide deck a little bit to the next question. And this one is, there's not a correct answer here, but maybe it's just a conversation that you can have with the kids after they've answered it. So it says, which one doesn't belong? It gives you 4 numbers here. And I can go over here to the magic box and start my pop quiz again. And let's see. Okay. All right. So see if you can get in there and answer this one. And again, to move this around wherever you want it to on the screen is going to be helpful for you. Remember, there's no right answer here, so it's okay. You can choose whichever one you think is best. All right, very good. I wonder why it's coming in twice. Are y'all answering twice?
Yeah, I accidentally clicked twice, I think.
Okay, all right, good.
Two.
I
Me
just
too.
wasn't sure if it's like doubling the responses or not. Okay, so good, it's working well then. Perfect. So let's see what Robin said. 43. We can show all these answers. That's funny. All right. I'm not sure what that one is.
Okay.
All right, so we have 43, 9, 16. So a great discussion. We can talk about even numbers, odd numbers, squares, perfect squares, you know, so many different things here. Just a question to kind of provoke kids to discuss things. All right, let's look at another one.
Let's see.
Now this one's a little bit different, so I'm expecting a different answer. On this, let me share, we'll stop sharing here. I'll go back to my phone. Just kind of walk you through this.
So when I submit an answer, do I got to go back and hit pop quiz again and do it again?
I think it should come back to you. I don't think you have to do that. I think next time you should be able to just see the next question, I think, or draw it and send it again.
Okay.
Okay. All right, hold on just a second here. All right. Okay, so on this one, I can get rid of that. So the question is, can you still see my screen with the phone? Everybody?
I can see your pop quiz.
Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. So it says draw an object that rhymes with man. What you can do here is you see the pencils at the bottom here? There's a little black pencil. If you tap on the pencil, then that will give you some choices for text. You can type something out, or you can go over to the AI, which is that artificial intelligence pen, and you can try to draw something. So if I'm trying to draw something that rhymes with man, maybe I'm trying to draw like a can or something. So I can draw this. And it looks like, hey, I got a can there. So I can click on that can, and now it turns into a clip art piece. Okay, so I can press on the airplane, and I can throw that again. And now it's popping up. All right, so let's stop sharing that and then share my screen again. Hope I'm not making you all too dizzy here. There's a lot of back and forth. Okay, so I go over here to the magic box, click on Pop Quiz, and I just have my answer here, but y'all can go ahead and answer. We know that these are the old answers, okay? So go ahead and answer this if you can. Try to use the AI pen if you can get to it. Remember, you just tap right on the pencil, and that will give you other choices as to what to use, such as the text editor, or to use the actual AI pen.
It keeps asking for your name, Jerry. I mean, I keep getting back in, host name, and then I get a little QR code sign. And oh, wait, I'm not sure what I'm missing.
I'm not sure why it's doing that to you. So it looks like Lee sent a picture of a pan. Michael sent a picture of a, is that a flower, Michael?
I couldn't erase that.
Oh, you couldn't get it back? Okay.
So
Someone's for fan.
Oh,
then it gave
fan. Okay, yeah. Okay. I was gonna say a clam, but yeah, that is definitely a fan too.
Oh, I see.
All right. So yeah, it's gonna take your kids a little while to figure it out. Looks like somebody has a frying pan here.
Yeah, that's the pan.
All right, very good, very good. All right, so we're getting the hang of this, I think. So let's see. Oh, there's one more, I think, but I missed it. Let's see what that was.
So can you
Very good.
Can they type, like, if you want to do like can they type like an answer to, you know, like a couple sentences or a sentence?
You know, I think it's pretty easy to type some words in there. I don't know if they can really type a sentence too well, because if you notice on your phone, you're holding it like this, you know, kind of portrait style, but it comes in horizontal. So there is some kind of disconnect there. And even if you turn it horizontal, it still doesn't show it horizontal like this. So I think space is kind of limited. And you can see how small it is for me to see. Like just 43 is pretty small on here. So there's probably a better use for something else like Google Forms or something if you're going to do like sentences or something. See, I can't really even read that. I can't make any. Oh, did you see this? Okay, there we go. I clicked on it, made it a little bit bigger. So there you go, Michael. How about that?
So you can read that all right?
Yeah, it popped up so I could read it. Yeah, if I do a right click on that, then I can read that. Okay. How about that? All right, let's move to poll quizzes. And I want to show you that next. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to add a page here to kind of get that to be a little bit different color and not so distracting. All right, so I'll go to the magic box again. And this time we're going to go to poll quizzes. And I've already put in some questions into here to kind of save some time. These are your choices as a teacher. So you have multiple choice, true, false, and so on. You know, I'm not sure how often you'll use all of these, but I know that some of these you'll use more than others. So I put some questions in here. And if I'm going to start that first question, I'll show you what it looks like. So here's the poll quiz. When I'm ready to start the question, I'm going to go right here to start. And then you'll have the opportunity on your phone, go to the companion app. And instead of doing the pop quiz, do the poll quiz. Okay, so let's start that. So it says, how do you like to learn? And it'll give you some choices here: by myself, with a friend, and so on. Now, when you hit the poll quiz, remember the host name is Jerry Broyles, and then put in your name underneath. So on my screen, I can see it, and I can tap a square. It looks like I have 37 seconds to answer. And then after you answer, be sure to hit the airplane in the top right-hand corner, because that will send it. And then you'll see a little lock on your phone, okay, meaning you can't answer anymore. So we've got 3-4 people respond so far. I can see that number here. And we have some more questions, so if you didn't get in on this one, that's okay. All right, so it is over. I'm going to click on show results. And there we have, by myself was 75% of the people who responded, then 25% said in a small group. Now I can go back and I can start the question over if I wanted to, if I wasn't happy with what I saw, or if there weren't enough people that responded, I can start the question over. I'm going to go to the next question though, which is right here. And we'll start that one. And it's a true false question. And on my phone, it automatically showed up. I didn't have to do anything else. It says the redbuds, trees, flowers are purple, true or false? All right, this is starting to feel a little bit more natural, I think, because now you're getting the hang of it, I think. Or at least I am, maybe. We'll see. Now, if you feel that, you know, everybody is in there, I have 5 responders. I think that's about all I have in my group here. You can go ahead and press the stop button and stop it. And then you can press the results right there. And there we have it. So redbuds, trees, flowers are purple. That is true. So we have 40% said yes, it's true. And then 60% said false, it's not. So let's try another question. Now this is a satisfactory, a ranking question, a scale question rather, scale question. So this is how satisfied are you from working at home? 1 is not satisfied, or 10 is extremely satisfied. And on your device, I had to rejoin because my phone fell asleep. You can just slide that scale to the right or left. Just click on that little circle and slide it left or right. And then be sure to hit the airplane when you're done. All right, we have 6 people respond. So let's look at the results here. Okay, so it's kind of a mixed bag here. That's pretty interesting. All right. All right, let's look at one more question type. And here we go. So this is just a voting question where you kind of vote your questions up. Who runs a better business? Maybe a better business model, or however you want to take that question. We have Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and Elon Musk. Be sure to hit the airplane so that your screen locks and it lets you know that you've answered the question. All right, I'm gonna stop it and then show the results. Poor Elon, he is left in the dust with Dogecoins or something, I don't know. Bill Gates, yep, and Jeff Bezos came in second. All right, so I'm gonna show you now how to just create a question. So I'm gonna get out of here. So what you do, I'm gonna open up a document here. Let's see, go in just a second. You can just do like a multiple choice, true or false, or wherever you want. I'm gonna do a multiple choice question because I think that's the most popular. And I have a question over here that I just want to cut and paste. And I'm going to type that in. If you could sit anywhere in a classroom, where would it be? And then option number 1, just backspace that out. These are your different answer types that you can have. I always ask my kids this because I wanted them to be comfortable where they sat in my room, if I could allow them to do that.
Where do you find these quizzes?
The poll quiz itself, or the question that I'm typing in?
The poll quiz.
Yeah, it's in the magic box.
Okay.
Yep, it's in the magic box. Okay, now after you've typed this out, you can change the countdown timer if you want. You can modify that. Be sure to check the check mark here, otherwise it will disappear. This is the save button essentially. So I'm gonna click on it. And let's go ahead and answer this question. There's a few other things you can do. You can download these. You can add new questions with the plus button. You can show the questions here, and you can also see the attendees as well. Let me come back and show you the questions in just a second here. We'll see a little bit more information after we've taken this. So let's run this multiple choice question. So I'm gonna click on start. And you're going to hit poll quiz again and join. Be sure to hit the airplane so that it records your response. Looks like I'm gonna wait for one more person, I think, as long as we're all still here together. Let's see. Oh, Stephanie's gone because she said she had to leave earlier. That's right. Okay, so we're done. So I'm gonna click on responses here. And these are responses you have. Now, if you show questions, let's see. There's something else that you could do with that. Maybe not. Okay, let's go back here. Show results. Okay, so there's our results. You can see, how many questions you had, finish. You can see who's attending and who's answered that question. It seems a little bit off because we did have 5 people answer and there's only 4 attendees. So again, Whiteboard and MyViewBoard, they're still working on some things to make it better better each time. Just seems a little bit off. So, all right. So remember the poll quiz, you find it in here, and you can get to it here. By the way, my poll quiz saved because I saved my view board. That's something that you'll need to do if you're putting it in your lesson. And I'm going to try to do a training on just creating a lesson, putting all this stuff together later on, probably next month. I need to do some work on that. But remember to save your view board. You know, all this, all these slides that I created and so forth. Go right here to the folder and then go to Save As. And then I have it named Pop Quizzes View Board, but it's also all these questions I have in it. So that's how you save your lesson.
How do you get into that pop quiz again, or those quizzes?
Yeah, you go to the magic box and you click on Poll Quiz and it'll create that for you.
What is that again? I don't think, I'm trying to see.
It's like a box and it looks like it has little apps inside it.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. And then you have, it's like a little comment balloon with a question and a check mark. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to switch this out and go back to our slide deck here. Talk about a few things.
Mine doesn't have that.
Are you on your app on your computer?
Yeah, I downloaded it. So yeah, it's I have file, sticky note, tools, camera.
Okay, let's see what you got there. So you see a sticky note, but you don't see these right here. Are you logged in? So it may be because you're not logged into the education account. So if you do this, if you go here, let's see where that is.
Where'd you click the Microsoft sign?
Yeah, I think it's up here. Let's see.
You are not going out.
Oh, okay, question.
All right, we can check that at the end of the training session, and I can walk you where you can find that, okay? And then we'll see if we can get it back for you. You may have to go online to get that, to change that. All right. Okay, let's go back to our training here. All right, so we went through poll quizzes. Next is the display app. Now, this is a download also. If you want to have it on your home machine, you can download it from MyViewBoard. If you want to, myviewboard.com, the website. If you want to have it on your machine at school, then you just need to put in a help desk ticket, and I've already alerted the techs that those may be coming. And so for me, it's going to be this app right here. Okay, that's on. I'm going to use in just a minute. And this is just kind of a breakdown of what this does. This allows you to free up, be free in your classroom where you don't have to be chained, right next to your machine. You don't have to be sitting with your machine. You can use a Chromebook or you can use a laptop so that you can mirror whatever you're doing on your Chromebook or laptop to the presentation machine. Now that could be an IFP in your room, or maybe it's just a big projector, just old school with, a desktop connected by a wire to a projector. You can mirror to both of those machines, the projector and the desktop. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this works. And I'm just going to kind of run through these notes here to kind of give you an idea how it works too. On your presentation machine, you'll see this, and you'll see it in just a moment. You'll see where this is where you need to go on your laptop or Chromebook. You go to myviewboard.com/display. And then on your presentation machine, wherever you're presenting from, it will display this display code, and that is unique to your machine. Okay. Then you have this password to type into your Chromebook or laptop. So I'm going to walk you through that in real time. It'll make a little bit more sense. Okay. Then you can open up whatever tabs you want. If you have like a place that you want to do some annotation, such as jamboard.google.com or whiteboard.fi. You can open up one of those tabs, and you can actually, if you have a touchscreen laptop or a touchscreen Chromebook, you can actually annotate, and it'll annotate on your screen as well, on your big screen. Now, I have a Chromebook with me that's a touchscreen, and I have a, it's just a stylus, and it looks like this, if you can see that. Just looks like a pencil, and that's what I'll be using today. Now, if you want the download directions and a little bit more information, I've made a document here, and this will tell you exactly what you need to do step by step, okay, whether you're installing it at school or if you're installing it at home. Step-by-step instructions, okay? All right, so that's that. And so let's go ahead and get started with this. I'll show you how this works. So let's go. I'm gonna click open the MyViewBoard display. And I'm going to log into my Chromebook. If you don't have time to get that password in the first time, it will renew it and create a new password for you. So I'm not worried about that. Give me just a second to get into my Chromebook here. All right, so on my Chromebook, I'm going to go to this address right here, myviewboard.com/display. I'm excited about this feature because for the longest time, nothing played well in our district, and our district is not alone. You know, if you try to like get your iPad to mirror to your presentation machine, or you know, even another device or Chromebook, we had a lot of issues with that, and it's mainly a security issue. But we had issues with it, and so hopefully this will take care of it. This will be something that we can keep on using. So now on my Chromebook, I'm going to type in this display code here. So it's 126. I don't have to type in the hyphens. Okay, so that's good. That makes it a little bit faster for me. And then I'm going to type in that password, 0129. Then on my Chromebook, I hit present. And it's connecting. Now on my Chromebook, it just looks like a Zoom screen where you have to say what screen you want to present from. And I'm just clicking on that, and then I'll hit share. And let's see if it'll connect okay here. All right, so right now, this is actually my Chromebook that you're seeing. I'm going to minimize this right here. Now, if I want to stop presenting, I could do this. I could click here, or I could also just close out my screen. Either one will do it. So I'm going to minimize that. And I can go up here and change what I'm doing, you know, where I want to go. Maybe I want to show what's going on at IXL Math or something. You know, I could show that. I could take my kids there. I could be in the back of the room right now. If I have students that need that proximity because they're not paying attention, I could do all that right now. Now, so I can show anything I want here. I can also do a little annotation. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, because I think that's going to be really beneficial for some of our teachers. So I could type in, actually, you know, I can do like jamboard.com, jamboard.google.com, or I could even do, let's see if I open one of these up here. On a different page. All right. Or I can even do myviewboard.com, which I kind of prefer it above the others, because on this one, I'm not going to show you this because it gets a little funky between different annotation sites. So what it means is if I start on jamboard.com, then I try to switch to another one, my Chromebook acts a little funky. It doesn't really like that. So I'm just going to stay with MyViewBoard. So I can even type myviewboard.com right here. And I'm going to annotate it. This is how you can actually use a Chromebook. You know, if you're doing Zoom with a Chromebook for some reason, you can still use MyViewBoard. Okay, this is the online version, not the app. So let me sign in here. And I'm going to click on Whiteboard. And I'm going to grab my pencil here. Let's see what we got. Close that out. And so I can go over here to the left-hand side. I can choose a different color. I can choose my thickness. Then I can go ahead and do whatever kind of math problem I want to do. I can solve that real time. I think it flows pretty well, and it's not as gappy as some of the other annotation software that I've seen. So I think that's pretty clear. Hopefully you think it's pretty clear too. I know my handwriting is not fantastic, but it works. You can also draw as well. You're just doing some kind of check with your kids. All right. So it's a great thing. You can bring in some pictures here. You can do all of your lessons in here as well. You also have that magic box. It just shows clips on this one because you're online, but it does have some features if you want to do something. Let's see if I can make that stay open here. Come on in. Yeah, there we go. It finally came in. It's a little bit slow. Try that again. So if I want to draw like a triangle or something, okay, all those features are in here. I can also use down here at the bottom, I can advance forward and make some new slides. So it saves all my information from previously, and I can keep on drawing and continuing on with my lesson. Is there any questions that you have about this while I'm still inside this display? Because once I'm out, it's kind of hard to get back in. Okay. Any questions here? Okay, I can still use my keyboard. Okay, that's a nice feature. You can just walk around the room and still interact with whatever lesson you're having for that day. All right, well, I'm going to get out of this on my Chromebook. All right. And I can just close this out right here on my computer. Now I have computer control again. And now we're back. All right, let's go back to the slide deck. A few other things that I want to show you today before we're done. All right, this is how you sign into the companion app. You all already did a great job on that. We don't have to go over that anymore. Down here are on 31 and below, there are some FAQs and troubleshooting. Mainly this is IFP questions. Remember the MyViewBoard was actually written for IFPs, even though it works great on computers and also on a Chromebook, as you see. So here's some questions and answers for that, for troubleshooting. There is down here at the bottom is on 37, slide 37. Those are great resources for you to go through to learn more about this. Again, if you get stuck, feel free to email me. I'd love to help you out. And if we need to come to a school to kind of work through this, it looks like we're getting back into the schools again, so that's not a problem.
So how do I check that?
Yeah, let's do it right now. So it's going to be real fun. You just go to myviewboard.com and you sign in.
Oh.
And over here on the right-hand side, I think it's actually over here too. You can go either way. You can go to follow me or the symbol right here. So it takes you to the same place, follow me. On your theme and settings, you need to make sure that you have education selected. I think that may be the problem. If that's not it, email me back and let me know. And we'll keep on troubleshooting until we figure it out.
Yeah, I had MyViewBoard default.
Okay, yeah.
So it's education.
Yeah, select that, and then make sure you go down to the bottom and hit confirm.
Got it.
All right, everyone, I'll open it up to questions. For those of you that had enough of this today, because there's a lot of information, please go to slide 36 and complete the exit survey for me and tell me what you feel like you missed, or tell me what else you want to see. And maybe in the next session that I do, which will probably be a couple weeks from now, I can include those ideas in there.